Up until this point, Children's Week wouldn't even be something that I spoke about, because outside of being an achievement hunter or trying to get pets just for collectibles, then there was kind of no reason to do it. But now there is. With Mr. Pandaria on the horizon, we know we're going to be expecting the pet battle system, and it's a system that I personally am really looking forward to. And it's actually quite funny because events like Children's Week, where before I wouldn't even bother doing it, have more importance for me now personally, because I want as many pets as physically possible before we get the pre-patch and the pet battle system's actually implemented into the game. Now there's a lot of pets that you can get, and one of the most important things now is the fact that we've got the collection tab. So because we've got this collection tab, whereas before you would only be able to get one pet from each of the main capitals, so let's say you're Horde, you're doing Orgrimmar, you're doing Shattrath and you're doing Dalaran, you'd be able to get one pet from each. Well, now all you need to do is do it on multiple characters, and you can literally get all of them in one single Children's Week. And that's really the purpose of this video. Don't just do it on your main and think, oh, I'm done now. Go and do it on your alts. And any character that you've got a lot of potential to be able to travel around fast with is obviously super useful. A mage being a primary example. You can knock out this quest line in all three capitals in no time at all as a mage. You've got a second account and there's a mage on your main account, then make sure you're using the mage to teleport your other character around. The most important one of these to do multiple times is going to be Dalaran. You're going to want the Curious Wolvar pup because it's an absolute banging pet. Like that one, you absolutely need to go and get. And if you've watched any of my other pet battle videos, you know that it's made it into almost every one of them. Now, because the Dalaran portion is really quick, which, by the way, it starts just outside the bank here, once you've actually chose which one you want to do, whether it's Wolvar or Oracle, you'll then need to speak to the matron again, and then it basically starts. And each of these quest lines, just so, because I'm not going to talk you through them because they're so easy, just read them. They literally just require you to take your orphan to specific places. So starting from Orgrimmar, for example, you'll have to go to the Rocket Raceway place in Ajara, go to Mulgore, go to Undercity. You just get sent around to a few places, but it don't take long. It's literally like maybe 15-20 minutes in total per character, sort of per capital. But make sure you do the Dalaran one twice so you can get both the Oracle and the Wolvar. Do that at the very least. But to be honest with you, some of the TBC pets are really good as well, in particular Sleepy Willy. And I'm not just saying that one's good because Willy is in the name, although I am just a little bit. So firstly, really briefly, for the old sort of vanilla ones, if you want to call them the vanilla ones, it's Orgrimmar and Stormwind at the orphanage, so that's like in the Drag or over in the Cathedral area for Stormwind. For TBC, it's down in the lower city of Shattrath, and as I say, for the Wrath of the Lich King one, it's in Dalaran, so you're just going to go there. Now, in total, you're going to need to do the vanilla ones 4 times, because there's 4 pets that you can get. You're going to have to do the TBC one 4 times as well, but only the Wrath of the Lich King one twice. Now, don't panic when you do the Wrath of the Lich King one and you get all the way to the end where it sends you back to the orphan matron or whatever they call her in Dalaran and you don't get a pet. Don't panic, it's fine. It's going to be in your mailbox. Just log out, start on another character. Now, if you didn't want to do this 4 times in total because you find it particularly boring, the ones I would really focus on getting from TBC would be Sleepy Willy and Egbert's Egg. I think those 2 really are the strongest out of the 4, but honestly, it takes no time at all. Put something on Netflix and just sit there and do it on 4 different characters. As I say, on a mage, it's almost half the time as any of the others because there is a lot of going to capital cities. And if you've got anything that's got like the Dalaran portal on from Wrath of the Lich King, from what you got from the Shadowmourne box, for example, doing it on a character that's got additional ways to get to Dalaran is going to be a lot quicker as well. But as I say, at bare minimum, make sure you do Dalaran twice, make sure you do Shattrath twice and get Egbert's Egg and Sleepy Willy. And for the vanilla ones, to be quite honest, I don't rate any of those pets. I'm personally doing it all 4 times to get every single pet that I can because I'm going to be doing a lot of pet battles. I don't want to get halfway through MoP to realise, oh, I really should have got Speedy. Speedy is a turtle that you get from doing the vanilla zones. And at that point, it's too late, I can't get it. So I would recommend the same to you. Even though you might look at it now and think, man, that's pretty garbage, I'm not going to use it. At some point, you might, and you might wish that you had it. So just get it now while it's available. Now, I know this was no real in-depth guide, and it was more of a public service announcement, if you like, because I just want to make sure that you don't miss Children's Week. And while you're at it, you might as well get the big not feat of strength, the big meta achievement, you know, with all the little achievements in one, because it goes towards what a long strange trip it's been for the mount as well, and this one's really, really easy. You can knock it out in no time at all. Speaking about knock, there is an achievement called School of Hard Knocks, which is not part of the big meta achievement, so don't worry. That would be the longest one to do because it requires actually doing tasks in battlegrounds, like capturing flags and stuff like that. That's not part of the big achievement, so you can ignore that and just do the other ones, and the other ones, honestly, take no time at all. I'm streaming the beta every afternoon or every evening, depending on what's going on in my life at the time, because like tonight is the Champions League semi-final. I don't know why I'm talking about football in a WoW video, but I'm going to be watching that, so I won't be streaming this evening, but I do normally stream on kick.com/Scottejaye and twitch.tv/Scottejaye87. See you there.